I first of all hope that everybody is enjoying their day. First and foremost, this is Black History Month, and I'm very proud of it. The reason why I'm proud of it is because I often think, like, if Dr. King was here, if Madam C.J. Walker, Elijah Pierce, it makes me wonder, like, if these people was here, would they be proud of what I was doing? Would they be proud of the man I've become? Would they be proud of what I do in the community? And I always say I know they would, because I'm even proud of myself. I'm proud of my mother. Now I want you all to be proud of yourself. And man, listen, it's a lot going on that's circulating in this world. It's a lot of negativity. It's a lot of everything. But let me tell you something. We are more than we label ourselves. We got to give ourselves so much more props. I walked into the mall the other day and I had my two boys with me. Man, as I was walking, I couldn't understand. I was like, why is everybody looking at me? I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I got a stain on my jeans. I could not understand how everybody just kept staring at me. And so finally, this guy came up. He's like, hey, man, that's what's up, bro, man. You doing your thing. I see you taking care of the kids. So then it hit me like, is that why everybody looking at me? Is it really that unnatural to see just a father out with just his kids? Man, you're doing a great job, bro. I'm proud of you. I don't want props for doing something I'm supposed to do. You supposed to take care of your kids. Them is my kids. I had them kids. My wife carried them, but I had them kids, so I'm going to take care of them. And I take care of my kids because my father didn't take care of me. But guess what? I still love and respect my father. I can call my dad right now and talk to him about anything. And right now, I'm not going to talk to him because the Patriots won. He's a Patriots fan. I'm a hater, I know. But listen, y'all, people, it's time for perspective change. It's time to change your mind. If insanity is keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. You going in that weight room day after day, hitting the weights, thinking you get more and more swole, but you doing the same thing. You ain't changing it up. You ain't bringing your arms in. You ain't bringing your arms out. You ain't going halfway. You ain't changing it up. You doing the same thing. So we got to expect different results. I'm so proud to say that I'm from Columbus, Ohio, because I know so many people that has motivated me, and I want you to know that I see the people out there that has motivated me, from my chief presiding bishop, to my aunt Cricket, to my mother, from my uncle Reggie, from Julie and Sam that motivate me at Kentucky State, Dale Chapman from East High School, Miss Howell, my cousin Mario, my brothers Jeremy, Jamie, my godparents Rotisha and Richard Shaw. Listen, I can go on forever. My mother-in-law, Karen Little, my great-grandmother. I can keep on going. Motivation, y'all. It's time to step it up. Listen, I've stepped into this realm of my life to where I'm a prophet. Y'all didn't ask for this. God just kept speaking to me. So when he speaks to me, I speak to you. Listen, right now, somebody is actually watching this and didn't mean to watch this. And I'm telling you, you're watching this for a reason. You're watching this because you need encouragement. You're watching this because you're ready to give up on the job, and it ain't time for you to give up on the job. You're watching this because you was told that work was supposed to be easy, but even when it gets harder, you want to give up. You can't give up. Listen, I have not been to work in 2 years. I have not had a job in 2 years. I go to school and teach and educate my students every day, but that's not a job for me. I enjoy doing it. I embrace it because they need this. Last but not least, listen, y'all, well, I'm not going to say last but not least, but I don't want to hold you too long. Listen, we got to stop saying what these youth are and what they aren't doing. These youth today, see, we didn't do that. We was not disrespectful. We wasn't sagging and all of that. I get it. We really wasn't. We wasn't. But we was also doing other idiotic things. This generation is no different from the generation when I grew up. I'm 31 years old. I was born in 1983. So I was an 80s baby. I was a 90s baby. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing no different. That pass-out game that y'all doing where you push each other's neck, people was doing that crap in middle school too. The whole, pouring Kool-Aid in your hand and eating it out your hand. We was doing that, selling drugs. we was doing that too. But this is the thing. I also remember walking through the mall, and I also remember grabbing something that I didn't have no business grabbing. And I also remember a random stranger who was obviously a parent like, oh, don't touch that, son. Don't mess with that. I don't want you to hurt yourself. I can remember stuff like that. People don't say nothing to nobody anymore because it gets too violent, or don't speak to my child like that. Only I'm going to talk to him. And I don't blame people for backing up, but we got to get back to that. It takes a village to raise a child. It's so true. It's so true. One reason why kids act the way they do because we as parents and educators let them act like that. What happened to getting your tail in that bed at 9 o'clock, at 9:30? I don't care what. Listen, I don't think you understand. You're a kid. You don't have any choices. Get in that bed. You want to watch TV? Okay, you watch TV earlier. No, matter of fact, let me monitor your TV. Matter of fact, I'm not about to just send you to the TV because I don't feel like dealing with you, because that's what happens. Go on there and watch TV. I've done it with my son before. Go on in there and watch TV. Watching God knows what, and you wondering why they tripping. Because you done sent them in front of the TV so you can be grown. And we got to stop doing that. We got to get back to interacting with our kid. I actually enjoy doing my homework with my son. And listen, y'all, I have not always been like this. Many people are watching this and y'all know me. I ain't always been like this. But I'm getting there. It's a process. Eventually, you got to change. You can't keep doing the same things. You can't keep lying, cheating, and stealing and think everything is going to work. You can't have a gift, say you're going to use it for God, but keep sinning. It's not going to work. I don't care who you believe in. I don't care if you don't believe in Jesus or in any of that. That is not the topic of discussion right here. I'm talking about the law of reciprocity. What you reap is what you're going to sow. But see, this is what happened. We've gotten too superstitious. Instead of saying, man, I'm blessed, or instead of saying, yo, God did it, or if you're a Muslim, instead of saying, yeah, all praises to Allah. See, we get superstitious. We say, oh man, I got lucky. Now we giving the credit to somebody else. We ain't even got enough common sense to give the credit to the Creator. You know what I mean? So let's speak these words into the atmosphere. Listen, y'all, it is a new day. It's time for different results to happen. Some of you have been watching this whole video for 7 minutes, and I'm telling you, man, it's a change coming. I feel it. I believe it. You have not been working this hard for no reason. I know I have not worked this hard for no reason. I have been to Japan. I've been to almost 40 different states, and I didn't see any of that coming until I submitted myself and started doing the right thing. But I've struggled in the past. You don't have to struggle, y'all. Everybody's grace isn't the same. You don't have to struggle. And this is why I'm starting mentor classes for these youth in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm willing to travel too, just to get the word out there to tell kids, listen, ain't nothing wrong with smoking and drinking. Ain't nothing wrong with cussing. Ain't nothing wrong with you wanting to have sex. But here's the problem. It's when you keep smoking. It's when you find out it's wrong and you keep doing it. It's when you find out having sex before marriage is wrong, but you keep abusing the privileges. It's when you find out that these things is wrong. Oh, it is? Oh, let me chill out. That's where the sin comes into play. Listen, man, we are human beings. You human beings, I tell my students all the time, we are human beings. You're going to make humanistic mistakes. Stop waking up in the morning, y'all, just so upset about life. You know, I talk to some of my students sometimes. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Hi, Mr. Woods. Like, that's wrong with you. You know, but some of them go through many things in life. They don't know how to deal with their home situation all the way yet. So it's kind of different. But this is what I would challenge you. Stop making your story seem like it's so much worse than the next person's story. Because I know how I grew up. I didn't have everything I wanted. I had a beautiful, great, loving, saved mother, and that's all I really needed. But when you're young, you think you need everything else. You think you need the J's. You think you need the video games, the PlayStation 1, the KD. You think you need all of this stuff, and you really don't. You just want it. As a kid, it's hard to explain to them, you don't need it. Y'all, stay motivated, man. You single mothers out there taking care of your kids, you keep on doing it, and you do it times 85. Listen to what I'm saying. You do it times 85. Because of the simple fact, when that kid grows up, he's going to see the type of mother you are. He's going to see it. You raising a man, he's going to see it. If you ever want to know how a man act, watch how he treat his mom. That's how he's going to treat you. It's a new day, y'all. I'm so motivated, and I hope you all are motivated. I hope whatever is pressuring you, you deal with it in a great way. Take a deep breath. Do whatever you got to do. Y'all, listen. It's go time. It is, listen, when I say it's time to make things happen, it's time to make things happen. I'm not talking about just my life. I will not give up on these youth. I can't give up on what's going on. They did not ask to be born. They did not ask to come to this world. And they sure as heck ain't asked for problems. I'm going to help these kids because we got kids around this world that have seen murders before the age of 12, that is on drugs, and they're telling them it's okay to twerk and it's okay to do this, but nobody's telling them you don't have to do that. And then we season the kids in a certain way. Let me tell you how we season our kids. They see my son all the time. Oh, he a thick one. Oh, you gonna be a football player. So now that's all my son is worth, is just holding the football, making a couple $1 million, and that's it. And some of you is like, that's a good thing. No, you are not going to limit my son to just being an athlete, to just making a couple $1 million. We worth more than that, yo. There's nothing against the NFL, nothing against the NBA. Let me make that plain. Nothing at all. Because it's positive, and you bringing in money for the family. You setting up 401k plans and everything. But why do you got to be a football player? Why can't he be a bodyguard for the president? Why can't he be national security? Why can't he do something, even still productive? Let's stop labeling our kids, man. Oh, you tall, man. You gonna dunk, man. You gonna dunk. Why y'all got to do that? You don't even know, but this man is a wizard in science. Let's nurture it, y'all. It's go time. If you really feel like, the next time you really feel like giving up, and I'll leave you with this. The next time you really feel like giving up, I don't care what's happening in your life. You think you about to go to jail. You think something's about to happen to you. You think you're going through a divorce. You think people don't like you. You think it's the end of the world. Listen, the next time you're going through that, I want you to think of this one thing. For all the believers, I want you to say, ain't no way God keep waking me up to keep on struggling. I want you to understand the type of God he is. Ain't no way he keep waking me up to keep on struggling. I have to find the purpose and stay in it. If you still praying for houses, and I'm definitely going to leave you with this, I promise. Wake up, y'all. If you still praying for houses, cars, shoes, you need to mature. You need to pray for generational curses to be broken. You need to pray that you keep your mind stable. You need to pray that my son will get to grow up and travel the world. You need to pray that I want to start a savings bond now for my child. And that's one thing that a lot of people don't like about the white folks, and I'm going to say that, and I respect it so much. They teach their kids that. Not all, but for the most part. They teach their kids that, and I can respect that. Listen, it's Black History Month. Let's learn our culture. Let's keep doing what we do. And most of all, you got to remember, you got to do what you got to do until you can do what you want to do. Thank you, Ms. Howe.